And how's it going, everybody? It is a brand new edition of Disney Parks News from Kingdom Report Live. I'm Wade Heath, and this is the place where we bring you all the latest Disney news headlines, discuss what it means for you, the Disney fan, and some vacation tips that we provide for you in between, covering Disney parks around the world, the Walt Disney Company, Disney Cruise Line, and all the latest Disney rumors as well. Did you know that today is our first show of 2026, and we can't wait to get it started. We're going to be touching on the closures at Disneyland Resort and just how many there are going to be going into February. In addition to that, the end of DinoLand USA, it is upon us, and oh, does it hurt? New fireworks at sea with a Lion King themed show coming to one of Disney's newest cruise line ships. In addition to that, what rides we'd get rid of if we were in control that we wouldn't miss. Yeah, we'll talk about that, plus your questions and so much more. And you know, we love rewarding you for watching or listening to this show. All you got to do to win your very own copy of my new book, Standalone, The Walt Disney Way, is by leaving the phrase that pays in the comment section beneath this video over at the Kingdom Report on YouTube. After the live broadcast is over, go ahead and leave the comment, "Welcome back." Welcome back is the phrase that pays this week. You leave that comment underneath the video, and you have between now and Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time in which to enter. If you are the winner, we will reach out to you directly and get that book shipped your direction, all by entering "Welcome back" in the comments section beneath this video right after the live show is over. So grab a cup of coffee, your favorite drink, join us as we settle in to talk all things Disney Parks news with Kingdom Report Live. It starts right now.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Been a while, hasn't it? Hey everybody, it's Wade from the Kingdom Report, back with you once again. Kingdom Report Live is on as we take a live look outside at the Disneyland Resort. It looks like a beautiful day via that HojoAnaheim.com Mattercam. California Adventure, looking good, looking fine. It is a beautiful summery day in Anaheim as the rest of the country continues to grip with ice-cold conditions. So I apologize to all of you in the Midwest and everybody sort of in between that is dealing with the remnants of an ice storm that moved through here this past week. But out west, things are sunny, things are warm, and boy, do they look good. Speaking of looking good, I am joined once again by some very good friends of mine. Perhaps you've heard of them. They go by the names of, first and foremost, our travel agent extraordinaire. She is our princess in residency, Katrina Manzone.
Hi, guys.
It's been so long, Katrina.
It's been so long.
Did you have a marvelous Christmas?
I did. It was fun. It was all that pouring rain, you know, and then it just like set me into the Christmas atmosphere because normally we just have hot weather. So, you know, I just curled up with a book, lit a candle, cuddled with my kitty cat, and read a book and listened to the rain. It was nice.
Read, cuddle, and rain.
Read, cuddle, and rain. It's perfect.
is the only way to do it. And unfortunately, your other half, Tyler Crouch, our theme park analyst, not able to make it today. He is, of course, doing that last-minute campaigning. As we understand, it looks like that Disney CEO vote may even happen as early as next week. That is some breaking news here. We have not given up hope. We're hoping for Tyler Crouch, of course, as he vies for that CEO-ship at the Walt Disney Company, that he can make that happen, by God. So, last-ditch effort to shake all the hands, kiss all the babies, and maybe Bob Iger will select him over Dana Walden and Josh D'Amaro. Maybe.
He's pretty up there.
Maybe. That would be nice to see. Yeah, he's definitely in the top 3, I think. So that's good news. And joining us once again, our reporter, Garrett Hassel. Hey, buddy.
Hey, I feel like the genie in Aladdin where he's like, oh, 10,000 years with such a crick in the neck. Oh, yeah. Boy, does it feel good to be back, folks. It feels like it's been, well, like I haven't seen you guys in a year.
Does it?
It does, yeah.
Far too long, I think. Yeah. It's nice to finally have us all in one place once again. For those that don't know and might be joining us for the very first time, I think that's a real possibility. We are the Kingdom Report team. What we do is we talk Disney parks news, information, headlines from not just the week, but we also give you some vacation travel tips in addition to our trusted theme park perspective. And on top of all of that, we have a little bit of fun here on Kingdom Report Live. And I know that this is the first time we are launching up on a new stream entirely when it comes to anywhere you get your podcast. So things last year, unfortunately, did not pan out the way we would have liked. And so that led to, for our frequent viewers and listeners, that led to an eviction as our studio was sold out from underneath us, and we just could not find a home fast enough. And so we retooled, we repackaged, and one thing that I think we can all agree on is that it'd be nice to be a little bit more consistent with you every single week, as we had always anticipated being here each Saturday. So that is the goal now, and we are back together once again for a Wet and Wild 2026.
Wildest ride in the wilderness. I think we got to get it because they knew that Tyler was making money moves, and they were like, listen, we got to stop the momentum. It was a smear campaign, and there will be injunctions brought on by the Moats Law Firm, which is our legal sponsor.
Yeah.
I have no doubt. Thank you, Moats Law Firm. Get your head in the game.
Yep.
That's what that's all about. Oh, my. Well, I'm happy that you're here. I know that you are happy to be here.
Hello.
Sounds like maybe Michael Eisner is also happy to be back. Hello, Michael. Always great to have you join us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Transportation System.
Oh, and it's good to be on board the Walt Disney World Transportation System always. I think that's one of the best parts of being a part of this broadcast. But before we kick things off too heavily here, one of, I believe, our foremost sort of items, our discussion points, well, they begin around the idea of a toast, of a show toast, as a matter of fact. And that is why it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to grab yourself a cup of something good. Make sure that it is filled to the brim as we raise a cup for a brand new show, and together we celebrate this very episode. I do believe Katrina has the honor this week. What or whom are we toasting?
Well, first of all, I wish I brought my little chip cup, because then it would match my little shirt and it would have been really cute.
You should have.
Here I am being a loser drinking like hot water and lemon.
That's okay.
It is what it is. But anyway, a toast. Oh my goodness. What are we going to toast about? Well, I, for one, want to toast being back, because it's been a long, long time, and I almost forgot what Garrett's hair looked like, and that's really scary, because it is like our pride and joy.
Thank you. It takes,
almost. But anyway, I'm very, very happy to be back.
For you.
Bless you, Garrett.
So sweet. I love it. But I'm really happy to be back, and we promise that we're going to be more regular on being back on the show, because I know a lot of people reached out to me and asking, like, is it dead? Is it coming back? What's happening? And I just kept saying it's a hiatus because we were still trying to figure out what was going on. So I'm glad we're back.
We have returned, and I couldn't feel any better. So cheers to that. We have returned. We're back. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers indeed.
Grab yourself.
Bottle of Dasani. Just kidding.
Oh, my.
No,
Ain't nobody going to be drinking Dasani. No, sir. That is, no. Not if we have a preference. No. Nobody wants Dasani ever in life, I think. Well, very good.
in their parks, because that seems to be what the Coca-Cola partnership is.
You can only chug it there in the theme parks because you don't have options otherwise. Get your smart water on. That's what I always say. Spend $20. Get your smart water.
I'll wait
I
for
definitely
the
mapped out the stores in the parks where I can get my AP discount. Don't buy them at the kiosks. Buy them in the stores.
That way it's only $8.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a money move right there. Katrina playing chess while we all playing checkers right here.
That's right.
That's our life.
Strategy.
Full of checkers. Yeah, I wish we were better at this. Bless you, Katrina, for having a mind for the parks. My goodness,
That's
the
right.
rest of us were just spending money like crazy. Nobody likes that.
Trying to save you money so you can
you
spend
are.
more on smart water.
That's what you do here. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the Disney News Review, or headlines of the week. Disney News Review time, taking a look at some of the biggest stories from across the Walt Disney Company in the past week. Garrett Hassel, our reporter, is here with the top 3 stories from this week. What do you got for us?
So our first one takes us to Disneyland, where several attractions have gone offline during one of the busiest stretches of the year. It's festival season, because if you're going to test, crowd patience, you might as well do it when the park is pretty packed and the weather's kind of cold. But luckily California's nice and sunny. So Disneyland has temporarily closed 6 attractions during the Lunar New Year celebration, Happy Year of the Horse, just ahead of Disney's California Adventures Food and Wine Festival. Guests can enjoy some festive decorations, seasonal food, and the exciting side quest of figuring out which attractions are actually operating. It's sort of like the Where's Waldo of what can you do with your day if you're not eating and drinking. Those attractions during this would be Jungle Cruise, one of my all-time favorites. It just goes on for miles and miles, and if you don't believe me, you're in denial. I know. Jumping Jellyfish, because, hey, we all got to jump around. Sailing Ship Columbia, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes, Pixie Hollow, which I feel like that's always been, I think in the past 2 times I've gone to Disneyland, it's been closed both times. But the saddest one's probably Fantastic, but luckily it should come back sooner than when it caught on fire. So yeah, boats, ferries, canoes, fireworks, and at least one attraction that feels like it was invented during a brainstorming session that ran long, and that is of course the Jungle Cruise. These closures are part of a scheduled maintenance, so nothing too crazy. Seasonal refurbishments, people go to the parks a lot during the holiday season, and they beat the crap out of these rides. I think for It's a Small World, which is getting its makeover, going back to normal, they're going to put up guardrails so people stop hopping off the ride and destroying the attraction and giving us content to report on. Please do not exit the boat. They say it in like 13 languages as you're boarding. But yeah, this is just Disney doing normal Disney things, and just stay calm, keep buying snacks, get some churros, get some corn with some spiciness to it, and
Baked potato.
Yeah, baked potato too. Get yourself a corn dog. Get down with your bad self. But yeah, in the meantime, just sit back, relax, enjoy the beautiful ambiance that is Disneyland Resort. And there haven't been any specific reopening dates yet, but just remember the rule with Disney is if it's not done yet, just wait longer.
That's a great rule. I think, yeah, Stacy knows that when you ride that puppy, it needs to be open. She gets it. She completely
coming
understands.
back? Yeah, she's coming back, right?
She was in a random commercial here a couple weeks ago. For those that don't know, the Stacy's Must Do Disney, which was a theme park resort room TV channel at Walt Disney World for years. There was a personality on that channel named Stacy that everybody knew the must-dos from, and Stacy was unceremoniously banished here a couple years ago, just disappeared in exchange for a completely different format all of a sudden at Walt Disney World Resort TV. And out of nowhere, Garrett, she just appeared in a commercial recently for Disney World.
Yeah, and she popped up, and it was like the, annual pass holders, the diehards like us, we were like, oh my gosh, is this the second coming? Is this a rebranding? Are we going to get, the stuff from that amazing commercial we had years ago where it's like, hey, here's all the things that come with staying at a Disney resort. Like, it felt like that. So, Stacey, come on back, girl. If not, come on our show. You're more than welcome to join us. We can get you a mug.
That's right, we can.
That's right.
And yeah, don't you worry, Stacy. You will be honored like the queen that you are. That's for sure. And knowing that these Disneyland attractions, and this is a big list going into February. My gosh, can you imagine having planned a trip during this time? Katrina, six attractions closed, rather, on top of several others already closed. What would be your advice to anyone planning a trip to Disneyland next month?
Oh man, it's kind of what Garrett said. Eat some food, a lot of food, sightsee, enjoy, walk around, and if there's a short line, you just run into it and just do it. Some of these are like big, these are big name attractions, and I know a lot of people want to do Rise of the Resistance and Credit Coaster, and then a lot of these are just kind of like the normal refurbishments that need to happen through the downtime because no one's going to ride Grizzly River Run in February. It's like highly unlikely, so that one's okay, but those two really stick out to me because those are pretty much always busy. So honestly, it's just kind of, if you can change it, because like if those are your due rides, then I would say move it when they actually reopen, because then it's just going to make you more frustrated that your favorite rides are closed. But if not, make the most of it, and then try to find a new favorite ride like Pirates or, I don't know, Smuggler's Run, I guess.
Yeah, Smuggler's Run. Hey, it's getting an enhancement. It's getting Grogu and Mando in there. So come on, there's got to be hope for it yet. I know it is his favorite attraction, and that if he was here, he would agree 100% with me with a big old smile on his face. So yeah, for his campaign, we're going to go with Tyler Crouch, demo Smuggler's Run, but we decided that wasn't very.
I think the Smuggler's Run is, unfortunately, one of those attractions that just will never find its footing as long as they keep it the way that it is.
It really will. It will never get better because it'll always be like in a sad little B mode. And you'll never be able to make it harder and harder. If they're able to allow you to get to more an experience level, and then there's like a beginner level and you can choose, I think it would be even better. That's just me.
Bring it on.
Do it.
That would be nice.
Change a scene and then everybody will be like, ah, just like Star Tours. And then
Pilot, you're just not living life. Pilot's the only fun thing. Everything else is just getting thrown around and getting a concussion if it's a 5-year-old driving.
Yeah,
pretty much. And then when Ryan Gosling comes back in his little Star Wars movie, they'll throw Ryan Gosling in there somehow, and then it'll spike, and everybody will start watching it again, and then or like go ride the rides, and then it'll start dwindling again.
He is quite dreamy.
I mean, I'm very curious how Ken is going to play in the Star Wars realm.
You've just got to be better than the Gap. Be better than the Gap.
That's it.
Better than the Gap.
Shoehorn him in. He'll work somehow. They found a way to make everybody else work that's new to the franchise. Richard here saying, great moments with Mr. Lincoln is closed, but they are running the Walt Disney One Man's Dream Show, which that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. They're like on a turntable now, aren't they? Where Walt is on one side and then Lincoln is on the other. So they're working on the back end of the stage, it sounds like.
Can you imagine hearing like drills or something being like...
Tom saying, I love Smuggler's Run as a person who goes to the park once or twice a year, and it never gets old for me.
And that would be Tom, my old college program roommate. Hey, buddy, love you, miss you. We'll get together soon, and we can go on Smuggler's Run, and I'll let you be the pilot.
Oh,
That's
I'll be
love.
I'll be
That
I'll
is
be
love.
I'll be your gunner. I'll be your wingman. We'll be like
I'll be your engineer.
no.
Oh yeah, Gunner's probably worse than engineer
No,
actually.
gunner is just like
Yeah.
I'll be
just-
your engineer.
it gives you an arm workout like Toy Story Mania, but not quite as extreme.
There's a point for you to be an engineer and then just give him a massage in the front. Just a little shoulder massage.
No kidding. And it looks like Christian asking, what is the worst ride to get stuck on, Haunted Mansion or Big Thunder Mountain? Garrett, what do you think? Between the two of those, which one would you rather be stuck on?
Big thunder in a rainstorm.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I am happy to get stuck on Haunted Mansion. If it's Haunted Mansion Holiday and you're just sitting there, you can just take in all of the different looks and sights.
Unless you're in a transition scene
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But like,
and you're stuck by a wall.
if you're just in a wall, it's whatever. But Haunted Mansion is great at any of the parks. You just get stuck in there. You can look at all. It's got so much little detail in there that they really took their time to put into. You don't see it on as many attractions nowadays with it being all digital and using more screens. So it's cool to just like if you get stuck in Madame Leota's room, sure you hear her talk a bunch of times, but you will get to hear the entire seance and see all the different little things, and you'll start to be able to see in the dark. So I'll take Haunted Mansion for 500, Alex, or 600.
See in the dark.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Night
I
vision?
feel like I'm always blinded in that room because everybody is like facing you, taking flash photos.
Yeah, don't do that. The ghosts are frightfully scared of lights.
They have their lights on as they record video, yes. And Katrina, having said that, Haunted Mansion or Big Thunder Mountain, what are you worried about getting stuck on the most?
For me, Big Thunder Mountain, because I've seen people being stuck on Alice in Wonderland up like at the top part in the summer, and it looks like the worst when the sun is like beating down on you and you have no protection at all.
Couldn't have
So I
said
do
it better
not want to be
myself.
stuck there.
I picked the exact same thing. I'm like, and what if, you are exposed to the elements, right? It would be much better to be indoors in a climate-controlled atmosphere. I'll just sit in the dark for a while, take a nap.
Yeah, close your eyes, relax. Hopefully you're in a good scene, like the ballroom scene. That's like my favorite spot to get stuck in. My odds are always in a transition scene, so I have to like either look left or right to actually see something.
I got stuck on when it was Haunted Mansion Holiday, right where the giant wreath is, and it's just staring into your soul. But like, you can see just how like intricate it is. I think the attic would be pretty cool because you go through it so fast, and there's so much story in there.
Oh,
I tell you.
You got it, girl.
That one.
I'd be terrified. Well, lots of attractions here closed at Disneyland going into February. Garrett, how do you go about dealing with the disappointment of having such big ticket attractions offline during a visit like this?
Well, I just, if you can plan in advance where you can sort of foresee that these are going to do, don't come during, the January, February transition because, they're getting ready for spring break. But Disneyland Resort luckily has two parks that are 300 feet apart. You can easily just go to the other one. If you can't, I don't want to go on Grizzly when it's a cold January morning, so I'm okay with that. It's a small world. It's a bummer. But there's still like 50 other things that you can do. You can meet characters. You can go eat food. You can see shows. You can just sit and ride the train. I love the Disneyland Railroad. It is significantly superior to the Walt Disney World one. Nothing against it, but you don't get to go through the Grand Canyon at Disney World. You do at Disneyland. So there's just so much you can do at those parks. You can even just go sit in the Esplanade, listen to that great music. So there's always something to do. Just find another thing. If you don't hit one of those e-ticket attractions, just find something else. You can do all of Fantasyland. You can just do my favorite thing, which is watching the lights turn on Main Street at that twilight hour. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm there. It's just peaceful, relaxing. But the only thing more relaxing than that is when they try and light a Christmas tree at 3 p.m. in Florida. If you don't know the reference, don't worry. We'll bring it up in a future show. But yeah, it's a quite euphoric moment.
that puppy. I'm gonna ride that puppy.
I don't know if
She
that's a good or
knows.
bad audio clip. I love it.
She's one of my favorites. Yes, well, great advice. To be sure, I know that anytime you go to Disneyland during this off-peak season, you are going to run into not only the traditional downtime of attractions, but also you're going to run into these refurbishment lists. And it's just kind of unfortunate that the list is so long going into February this time around. And we're going to keep on the theme by jumping out to the East Coast here in Walt Disney World of closures. And the next story up, it looks like, is Walt Disney World shutting down DinoLand USA permanently. It's about to go extinct here in just a couple of days. Garrett, what can you tell us about it?
A moment of silence for DinoLand USA. Over at, Animal Kingdom, this area is going to not be temporary closing. It is going to be permanently closing, which is a way of saying hasta la vista. We're bringing in something new sometime soon. So yeah, February 2nd is going to be your last day to go into DinoLand, and then I imagine more walls. The dinosaur ride, Restaurantosaurus, the lounge, Dino Institute shop, and if they had Triceratops spin and Dino World still, are they still going? I can't. There's so much always going on over there, but essentially that whole area is going under because it is going to be transformed into a inspired area that is a mix of Indiana Jones and sort of Encanto, the tropical Americas, and it's going to be quite spectacular. This new area is going to be called the Puebla Esperanza. That's the sort of area where DinoLand is. It means the Village of Hope. It's going to open in 2027. Fingers crossed. They did not tell us when in 2027. And yeah, again, it will have an Indiana Jones attraction that will essentially be replacing Dinosaur, which I've been all for since the moment I went on Dinosaur. Nothing against it. It's just Indiana Jones Adventure at Disneyland is superior. But this is going to be an original take on it. It's not going to be a carbon copy, so it gives something unique for Walt Disney World. But then for Encanto, you're going to go on the ride, see the whole family Madrigal, give kids coffee, just like in the movie, get them all wired up. And there's also going to be a carousel, some dining options, and a lush village environment. So it's going to be, we're going to be trading the chaos of dino exploration for some tropical sights and sounds. And I will say the one survivor of this whole area is Finding Nemo. That is not going anywhere. It's staying put because you just got to keep swimming. I think maybe because Finding Nemo and Finding Dory have brought millions, if not billions of dollars, and they're going to keep that around, and it actually fits with the whole, just area of like animals and conservation. So yeah, Nemo, keep on going. But yeah, this is one of the biggest transformations that DAC has seen in quite some time. They really haven't done, like, prior to this, the last big expansion was Pandora, which was, groundbreaking, earth-shattering. It was literally out of this world. Haha. So I'm excited for Tropical Americas coming to Disney Animal Kingdom. But I think, DinoLand, thank you for your fantastic memories, your hot pavement on the hot Florida summers where it felt like, just like walking on magma, and the sets that I did out there with my friend Goofy. Nothing says fun quite like 100-degree heat on asphalt.
Builds character.
Yep.
It does indeed. It does indeed.
DinoLand USA.
Sell Dasanis.
No doubt that's how you sell Dasanis. Yes, DinoLand probably sold more Dasanis than any other land in Animal Kingdom. That is the one park that I sweat the most in. That is the most humid, ungodly park during the summertime. It's a very hard park to be in, that's for sure. And Katrina, an entire land's about to go offline at Animal Kingdom. What would you suggest people focus on when visiting this park without it? I mean, that's like the whole back corner of the park in one direction.
Yeah, it really is. On a side note, really quick, we did actually recently go visit Disney World, and we went to ride Dinosaur for the very last time, and we said peace, and we never got our photo, and I'm really sad. Anyway, I digress. It looks weird because like all the rides are gone. Like they have torn them down. It is just blocked off, and there's like little signs that kind of like hint to the new tropical Americas that are coming. But the Pterostops, like the I can't even say it. Tyrannus, I can't say it. The spin.
Triceratops spin?
Yeah, that one. That is gone. Like it is literally just pavement now. It is so weird, and you have to go all the way around, kind of like by Nemo, like you're walking to the show, and then you turn in to go to Dinosaur. It is like the weirdest way to get to it, but whatever. And then pretty much it just looks like a sad, pitiful, barren land of cement and a dinosaur, and that's it. So it's pretty devastating. And everybody was eating over at that quick service restaurant. And then you walk in and it's like, just, you can see the oil all over the sky. Like just as the sun's beating down and like the little sun, roof area, you could just see the oils like just glistening upwards. And you're like, ugh.
Oh my gosh.
So it looks horrible. So it's like time for it to go and to rest in peace. And I'm really excited for the new things that are about to happen. But anyway, so I digress. I just wanted to let you guys know it is gone. Like there is no remnants of any of those rides. The big dinosaur at the front, where you like used to walk under and do like the carnival rides. It is just barren land. They're ready to go. Actually, like they have an actual, I think they have part of the building up already for the big ride. So
Yeah,
they have,
I
like
think they've got the
sides.
internal former structure to get it ready to go into, into the casita.
Yeah, so that's cool. So at least it's like starting. Anyway, so what you can do while you're visiting the park is pretty much do everything else. You can go eat, go on the safari, go to Pandora. I mean, I feel like a lot of those rides were kind of, in my opinion, not the best. Even Dinosaur was kind of like not even an e-ticket ride, in my opinion. It's cute, it's fun, it's kind of like Indiana Jones, but not. If you close your eyes and wish upon a star, you can kind of imagine being in Indiana Jones. But it will be soon, so that's fun. And then, I mean, you can go eat arepas. I was finally able to have the 2 new arepas that are there, and they're delicious. Very greasy, but divine. You can spend your whole day at Satuli Canteen eating food because that's delicious. Go to Nomad Lounge if you're over 21, and then just vibe, But other than that, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do. And then you can go see the new Zootopia little show that's happening. It's cute. It has a cute little moments here and there. We got to see that too versus like a Bug's Life type of thing. So there's plenty of things for you guys, for people to do there.
Nice to hear. I know that
you won't miss it.
Yeah,
because you don't know it's there.
You won't. It'll just be walls, and you'll just be
it'll
pushed
just
into
be
other
walls.
areas.
You won't even know.
It's the truth. No, that's great to hear. I know that, for people that have been planning for a trip, to not have an entire land online can be a little intrusive, but, at the end of the day, you're right. It was just Triceratops Spin. Primeval World's been out of commission now for a really long time, and Dinosaur. So Dinosaur, I think, was the only real...
Stuff, people really didn't spend a lot of money on it anyway.
It's true. I mean, I guess you could want... To win yourself a stuffed dino.
A lot of people did that, and then they sold out of them because they were really like scoping out when people were playing, so the prizes would be bigger, because you have to have like 3 or more to get the bigger prizes if you win. And if you were like 2 people, it was the small ones. Because Tyler and I did that such so he could have like a little stuffed animal, and they're like, "Oh no, we need more people to play," and we were like trying to get people to play so we could get a bigger prize. But then apparently like people were doing it so much they ran out of those, and then it was just like cheap stuff they bought online. It wasn't even like those specific little dinosaurs anymore towards the end.
Not even the good stuff.
Not even the good stuff.
Wow.
They didn't go on Amazon. They went to
Yeah. Maybe like Mercari, you could try to find, if you really need a dinosaur, I'm sure people are selling them there.
Richard saying they built Chester and Hester's to look cheap. Mission accomplished. Wish they just fixed DinoLand. Kids loved the boneyard. I know a lot of kids loved going and digging in that boneyard and looking for the bones in the sand and the dirt.
The first time I went to the boneyard, I was like 25, so I think I was a little older than most that go to the boneyard. But for cast members, if you actually worked in that area and you learned the story of DinoLand USA, it actually is a great story, and how they found dinosaur bones out there. And so the reason why you have Restaurantosaurus and all these other places look like, a frat house. It's because they hired college kids to come work there in the summer. And so the story behind the place is awesome. And Chester and Hester, they want to do like a get rich quick kind of theme, and that's why it looks like a little parking lot. And so the story is there, but it's a cool story, but it did not translate well to the guests understanding it, because unless you either went on like a tour or you asked a cast member, and I'll be honest, most cast members nowadays aren't as involved in the story of the lands and the attractions as they used to be. You go to Galaxy's Edge, they might say, if you say bright suns to them, they're supposed to say that back, because that's how you say like good morning or rising moons. But like not all the people, like you go into, World of Pandora, most will say none of the terms and all that stuff, but it's a great story. I thought DinoLand was cheesy. It was cool. I hope that the crocodiles and little animals that they have on the exhibits out there stay there, because and hopefully don't get smashed. I don't think Disney would ever do that, but I hope they keep those there, because the animals were, it's cool to go around the corner and be like, oh, hey, that's an American, alligator right there. Or, hey, that's a cool, like bird thing. I don't know what kind of bird they had over there, a crane of some sort and all that. But I think we're all going to be just, the saddest thing will be that we won't get to see Dr. Mars, Felicia, Rashad, or hearing Bill Nye as the narrator in the queue. Like those are stars, and also the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise formula. It's like, R.I.P. baby.
Claire Huxtable, Dr. Seeker, and Bill Nye as narrator. I mean, the 90s are gone. Goodbye.
And they're just coming back again.
I know. I'm a 90s kid. Like, it's like, are they trying to get rid of me next?
You're next to go. No doubt they're coming for you. Absolutely. And on that note, on that legacy note, Garrett, how do you think the Disney fandom's going to look back on DinoLand USA in 10 years' time?
I think to the normal guest, they'll be like, there was something here before. Or was that the crappy, cheesy thing with the spinny ride, and they had like the one dinosaur thing that would scream out at you? Like, I think that will be most of the, Disney guest reactions. And if you're like us, we'll be like, hey, it was fun, but I don't have any hard feelings about this getting a major makeover and a reimagining of the area that, is more engaging and more up with the times. And plus, you're using two iconic brands with Indiana Jones and Encanto, and we'll see what else comes along. But yeah, for DinoLand USA, I think you'll have, millennials, Gen Zs, those that played in the boneyard. They're like, man, I remember as a kid, playing in the boneyard, it was fun. But, or, we went on Primeval World and got spun the heck around and got thrown left and right into our neighbors and cracked a rib or two. But I don't think it will be this crazy sob story like when they got rid of, Mickey's Toontown, or Camp Mini Mickey, or the submarine ride. Like people were like, oh my gosh, when Captain EO goes away, people are just going to be the saddest thing. Most don't even know what Captain EO is. So give it after a decade, people will be like, oh, that was there. Cool. I'm sure they'll bring out some merch, as like a remembrance thing, or they'll do like a special Disney day and bring out, DinoLand USA, and they'll be like, what's this? I personally like how Chip and Dale had dinosaur costumes. I thought that was pretty cool. Goofy's costume there was pretty dope, if I do say so myself. And Launchpad McQuack was there for a short time too.
I remember that.
That is true.
Oh, but yeah, 10 years from now, they'll probably be paving over Tropical Americas too. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Probably 20.
We're gonna put it in. And we're gonna rip it out.
Oh my gosh. I'm curious what kind of cute little Easter eggs they're going to put in there, though, as they, redo Dinosaur. What are they going to put in there to have everybody remember Dinosaur? And then maybe they'll do some other things, too.
A hieroglyphic of the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, formula. Somewhere that Indiana Jones can explore.
Sure.
Apparently, Bob Iger's photo is like on one of the sheets, like as you board Dinosaur and you go off back in time. On one of like the sheets, it has like Bob Iger's like one of his first employee pictures on there. I've only seen photos from a distance, but I'm like, I could see them maybe use the Carnotaurus skeleton in something or whatever, maybe some remains of
Okay.
Indiana Jones. But on the Encanto side, I really can't see them using anything other than the trees because dinosaurs don't really fit with Columbia as well as they do with Dr. Jones.
That's true.
You'll find something woven in. They're known
Yeah.
for it, that's for sure. Well, goodbye, DinoLand USA. You were fun while you lasted. Goodbye, 90s. Goodbye, characters of the 90s and all of those attractions. My gosh, it's hard to say goodbye, but at the same time, you're right. Maybe in a couple years, people won't be emotionally connected to this land so much that it'll matter in the end. But the dinosaur itself was, I always thought it was a blast. I thought it was so much dang fun, and I love the sort of original concept. And yeah, the track was the same as Indiana Jones, but I always loved the theme. I always loved the vibe in there. It felt like a different world. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
A primeval world.
A primeval world, if you will. Thank you very much. And our next story takes us out to the ocean. Disney Cruise Line sounds like unveiling a new fireworks show, Garrett. What are they doing out there?
Yes, indeed. So I'm actually wearing a new Hawaiian Disney Cruise Line shirt just for this story. And like you said, we are leaving the parks and heading out to sea where Disney Cruise Line is about to launch a nighttime spectacular called The Lion King Celebration in the Sky aboard the Disney Adventure, Disney's newest cruise ship. It's going to begin sailing from Singapore on March 10th, 2026, which is one day before my birthday. So friends, if you need a birthday gift for me, fly me out to Singapore, get me on the ship. I would be eternally grateful, and I will give you a crisp 5. But if you want fireworks, orchestral music, and emotional damage on the international waters, Disney's got it down pat because Disney's the only cruise ship that can actually shoot fireworks off at sea. And the music of the Lion King is certainly spectacular. Like if I say Lion King, the first thing you think of is Ma Simanya Modissima Ma, with that beautiful sunrise. Minya way, oh Minya wa. Yeah. But for this show, it's going to have a newly arranged orchestral versions of the classic like Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, He Lives in You, and Sir Elton John's Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Oh, I can indeed. The music's going to be performed by the Royal Scottish National Orchestra with vocals from, forgive me if I butcher the name, the Ndlovu Youth Choir. Yeah, so it should be pretty spectacular. I just hope that the Scottish people aren't going to be singing the songs because I feel like their accent might get in the way of the orchestral thing. If you've seen Brave, then kind of a little bit. It's just me, boo. Like you don't know if it's an O or an A. But the narration for the show is going to be by Shra Kun Khan, who voices Mufasa in the Hindi versions of The Lion King, and he's a very popular Indian actor who's done many big movies that I either can't pronounce or haven't seen. But it's going to be a great show. Mufasa will be speaking to you from the sky, which if he says, remember who you are. I just think of that gives me chills just because it's so powerful. James Earl Jones, I hope that they have some in here because, he is the iconic voice of Mufasa to me. But yeah, it's going to be something a little bit different than what Disney cruise ships do because typically they do like a Pirates Night. And, this is a Lion King show at sea. Disney's they won Academy Awards for this. They did immersive studies into, animals and African wildlife and just everything to make it as exact as possible. So yeah, the fireworks show is going to be a signature experience just for the Disney Adventure and will be a major highlight for each and every voyage. So yeah, this is the part where if you're on the ship, I'd say watch it, try not to film with your phone, just be in that moment, enjoy it. And if all goes wrong on that cruise ship, if it starts to sink, it won't. But Hakuna Matata, it means no worries. But when I go on the Disney Adventure, I'll be sure to share my experience with you. And it should be an adventurous time on the Disney Adventure when it does set sail, March 10th.
They're gonna get wet! Yeah!
If you sink, especially, you're going to get wet. I think Stacey called it out perfectly right there. And new fireworks show, Lion King themed. Katrina, how do you think a ship-specific fireworks show will impact cruise bookings? Do you think this is something that will move the needle at all in your eyes?
I don't really think so. I think for avid cruisers, it will change what they would like to do, right? Because they're used to going on specific ships. They see the normal shows. So anything new to them, they would probably want to try. So those would be the ones that would try to get to see the new fireworks show, to be on the Disney Adventure. But I think for a lot of other people, it's more like convenience of where they're wanting to leave out of and like the ports of call. So a lot of people want to have like a full Disney experience. So they're going to go out of Port Canaveral, they're going to go out of Miami, they're going to go out of Tampa, they're going to go out of those little areas so they can also enjoy the theme parks as well. And then some of the more adventurous people would actually like go into another country and try to go out of Spain, go out of England, do a transatlantic, those types of things, go see Alaska. But then, to leave out of Singapore for, a short period of time, because I think these cruises are 4 days, 3 days? And that would be a heck of an adventure to go just for a fireworks show, and then come back home. But maybe there's people out there that do have the money to do that. But I think for a lot of people with a lot of the kids, with the little kiddos, they want to have like a full Disney adventure where they're going to go on like a 7-day cruise and then maybe do a couple days at a park, or do a 3-day cruise and go to a park, and then do a full week type of thing. I don't really think the fireworks would change it at all.
A Disney adventure on the Disney Adventure? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, a Disney adventure. Yeah, on a Disney adventure. That? Yeah.
It'll be nice to have something different at sea for once when it comes to the fireworks show. I think you're right when you say that the whole concept of hardline, rabid Disney cruise fans are probably going to go out of their way for this, but probably won't be enough to truly move the needle. Garrett, this Disney Adventure ship, it's different than all the other ships. We know that. Yeah. What about it stands out to you the most? And I guess what would make you want to book a cruise on that sucker?
The sheer size of its dang boat is just colossal. It's a 208,000 ton ship. Like it weighs tons, literally. It's not an original Disney build. Disney bought it during the pandemic for a steal of a deal. It was, I think, originally worth $1 billion. They got it for $30 million, so they got a huge deal, and then they've retrofitted. For me, the thing that makes me want to go on it is just it's something brand new that Disney has never done before with their cruise ships and never will do again. I don't think Disney wants to do these mega cruise ships like MSC or Royal Caribbean that have these giant avenues and all these other things, but I want to go on it because it's going to be huge. It's going to have unique shows, one of a kind things. It's going to be in Singapore, which Disney's never sailed out of, and this is, I think, the start of Disney trying to push into the Asian market when it comes to getting cruise lines out there, because Oriental Land Company is going to open their own Disney cruise ship that they're paying for that will sail out of Japan. So this is just the entrance to Asia for Disney's cruise line. But I am really pumped for they've shown little snippets on social media, but there's supposed to be like a Wally and Eve show about like love. And I saw the puppetry that they're using for Eve and how Wally's like moving on his own. And I am just blown away by just how far they've come in their puppetry. In the new Hercules show, they used the puppets to make the Titans move, and they did it in Moana on the Treasure. But yeah, the Disney Cruise Line shows are Broadway caliber. They are top tier, and this is going to be the exact same thing. Whether it's the Wall-E show, they have a Moana one, a special Pirates one, Avengers. They've got so much packed into this ship, and plus they have a roller coaster on board. Even if it's like, oh, it's just like a little like single track thing, it's the largest roller coaster at sea, which is pretty cool, and it's an Ironman experience. So this is like, if you don't want to go to the parks, but you want to do everything in the parks, go on the Disney Adventure. You'll be able to do it. It even has a castle on the ship. So this ship has everything. It's got it's got amazing restaurants, it's got amazing attractions, but I like the shows. The shows are cool because they're unique to each of the ships, and they're special. And if you've never seen Disney's Believe, and you've never asked the question, what makes the garden grow? Get on the dream or the fantasy, because what makes the garden grow? I'm not going to spoil it.
What makes the garden grow?
Photosynthesis usually.
Oh, usually. Thank you. That's very helpful. Well, the Disney Adventure now entering your world, now a part of all of our cruise-going experience, if we would like it to be, with a brand new fireworks show featuring the Lion King, of all things. And no doubt that will be a very special fireworks show to be able to capture out there in a brand new destination that Disney Cruise Line has never been to before, as you mentioned, Garrett. So terrific analysis there, everyone. Thank you for weighing in on the new Disney Adventure and for all of our top 3 stories of the week. In addition to that, we are likely just a week away, if not a little less, from the rumored vote of the board when it comes to the Walt Disney Company about who the next CEO is going to be. In fact, there's rumors swirling that Bob Iger might, in fact, be leaving before his contract is even up this year. So leaving ahead of time. It's coming down to the 2 we had originally heard about, and that is, of course, Dana Walden and Josh Tomorrow. So head of Disney Entertainment, Dana Walden, and then Josh Tomorrow, our Parks and Experiences chair. Of course, Tyler Crouch there, our fellow comrade, also vying for that CEO seat. But knowing that Dana and Josh are primarily the individuals who might in fact be our next CEO here in just a jump. Tell me, Katrina, who are you hoping for here? They've also talked about, I think I heard this from the Hollywood Reporter, that they might even end up doing a co-CEO concept.
I don't know about that one. I feel like that would be like butting heads unless one's a creator and one's like the doer and a dreamer, right? You need like both of those to create a product because you need the dreamer to like think up the ideas, but then the doer to figure out how to do it in the most economical way possible, right? That works. But when you have like 2 CEOs or like future CEOs that you just want to split in halvesies, I don't feel like it's going to work unless you have one specific for the parks and resorts and one for entertainment, right? You need to like separate them. I don't know if having 2 CEOs that overlook everything is going to be a great idea. It's going to be like butting heads, right? It's like what Iger and Chapek did, in my mind.
Too many chiefs, right?
Too many chefs in the kitchen. You can't have it.
In the kitchen.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
You need a little chef.
Right?
Tiny
you
chef.
need like a little one that sits on top of your head and tells you kind of like what can be done, right? So it's kind of like a dreamer and a doer, right? So a dreamer is Remy, and then the doer is Linguini, or whatever his name was. Yeah, Linguini.
It's Linguini. Yep.
Yeah.
Linguini.
You're right.
I was like spaghetti. That's not it. Fettuccine. I don't know. But I don't know. It would be nice to see another woman CEO, and that would be really great, and have Dana be the next CEO. But
and
then,
the first of the Walt Disney Company to be female, right? Yeah.
It would be amazing to have that happen. But I don't know, that charisma from Tyler Crouch, it's pretty good. He's a shaker. He's a doer. He loves kissing the babies and holding them and taking care of them so the parents can go off and, do their little rides and stuff. He'll do it. And
I know he's
a good one.
He's got our support, that's for sure. Garrett, your thought on the idea of a vote potentially happening this coming week, and then the potential for a co-CEO-ship?
Well, I first thought you were going to say that that Bob Iger is going to extend again, and I'm like,
can you imagine?
Dude, it's going to soon be the Iger. No.
He's like the Jay Leno.
No, Bob Iger has done a phenomenal job as CEO. I know that people have mixed views on him because, when you are the most powerful CEO of or when you are a CEO of the most powerful entertainment company in the world, you're not going to get everyone on your side. But, by acquiring Lucasfilms, Pixar, Marvel, he's done amazing things with expanding the brand. He turned Disney Plus, he created Disney Plus and has made it, the streaming service that we love with Hulu. But I don't see as co-CEO stuff. I just feel that as like a power struggle. We saw that kind of, like when he stepped down and Bob Chapek took over, that even though he was not in the major role, he was like in a special supervisor creative role, but he still had so much power. I feel like two CEOs, you can't really look at any country, like look at the Vatican. We love the popes and the presidents, and we love the prime ministers. No, you need to have one central focus to sort of drive the decisions and keep all that going. Yes, that's a reference to The Office. If none of you were paying attention to when Oscar was talking about, having two men. But I loved it when when Frank Wells was still alive and him and Michael Eisner ran the show together, because one was the CEO and president, the other one was the COO, and they worked phenomenally together because they brought about the Midas Age, as they called it, on Disney Plus, Disney Plus, on the Imagineering story, where one was the like creative one, which was Eisner, and the other one was the business driven one, and together they were a dynamic duo that could accomplish anything. And then it just sort of fell apart, and then there've just been little struggles here and there. So I think Josh is going to get it because the parks are the financial driving factor for the company right now. The movies, they're sort of up and down. You'll put out a show and it'll go great, but then you'll put out a movie and then it'll flop. And so it's sort of like the entertainment side of things is almost supporting the parks, or it's like, hey, we're going to come out with a movie, and then the parks will capitalize on that. You've seen it with Frozen, with adding the attraction in Norway and in Japan and in Paris and Hong Kong and everything. Is so like the entertainment, it used to be the driving factor. The parks are the money makers. People spend, like you'll spend $5,000 in a week there for a family of four, and all that. So I think Josh will get it. I love Dana. I think she would be phenomenal. I would love to see a girl CEO, girl boss. But I just don't see that. Josh he's been trained and has been getting, mentored by Iger for over nearly a decade almost. Like he's been right there, like rising with it. During COVID, he was like the public face of like trying to turn things around. And he's a likable guy. He's got a full head of hair.
That charisma.
For his money, but like he's a charming guy, and even if there's a bad thing, you want to have a friendly face that can like smooth things over. So I got my money on Josh. I'm going to put that on the Kalshi app and see what money I make.
Well,
maybe has that charisma.
He does have that charisma, and I think that I've seen Josh in a lot more with Bob in the last 6 months, just in terms of footage, not even in the parks, right? Like on red carpets and stuff, where I would assume Dana would be more than anybody. Yeah. And I've seen Josh with Bob almost as if Bob has him in his orbit all the time in front of cameras, to sort of maybe, and this is just my view, maybe soften the idea to the public of, you see me, you see him, we're one and the same. Right. And so I don't see Dana that much. I never see her on the red carpet with Bob, I should say. I do see her on the red carpet, but she's never on Bob's shoulder like Josh is. So I wonder if this is the direction we're going. And I completely agree with you, Katrina. The idea of two chefs, right? Two cooks in the kitchen is not a good idea. Having a Walt and a Roy type, a dreamer visionary and a business doer is the only way this works. We've learned it in the past with Frank and Michael. We've learned this thing in the past, and it's not hard to understand. So separate the president and the CEO again. Make one of them president, make one of them CEO, and let the magic happen. I don't know what we're waiting on here. I don't know why this is hard. Hopefully the board of directors can pull it together, and maybe we will see Bob Iger ship out early. I can't imagine him just giving this up. After all, we did learn last year, right, when the Hollywood Reporter uncovered kind of the vindictive nature of Bob Iger against sabotaging Bob Chapek's whole run as CEO, something we had no idea was going on behind the scenes, and they kind of uncovered, and Dana Walden was a part of that, and it was just such a Shakespearean type awful situation, to know that Bob Iger was still so entrenched in what was happening, even though he was retired. Makes me wonder, like, is he just he's gonna walk out early? I can't see that happening. Not after knowing what he did. Like, he couldn't even leave the last time. So maybe if he feels confident enough, though, everything will change. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
It'll be get the popcorn out. It's like, this is like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but even spicier.
so spicy.
House baby
So
after
spicy.
dark.
Mm.
The
I
Game
can't
of Thrones
wait.
Disney edition.
That's how it feels. I mean,
Ride that puppy.
Fight to
Yeah.
the death.
I'm gonna ride that puppy.
gonna ride that puppy. Absolutely.
You stay right there, you little nasty.
That's
I saw
Bob.
you throw just gold.
That's Bob saying that to Bob Chapek. That's Iger saying that to Chapek. Don't you dare come near this CEO seat again.
Stay right there, you little nasty.
Daddy
Oh,
DeMuro is in the house.
this is the truth. My goodness. Well, I am thrilled to know that we are potentially this close to a new CEO. I think it's long past Iger's time to go. He's done a lot of great things. He's done a lot of questionable things. He's done a lot of he's made some errors here and there. As great of a CEO as he's been in different eras, but he's overstayed his welcome at this point in my eyes. It's time to move on. Thank you, Bob, for so much.
Yeah.
Let's bring in a new vision. Let's bring in a new leader. I think the Walt Disney Company needs to find its visionary footing again. It's been through a lot here in the last, I'd say, 6 or 7 years in particular. It's time to find that Disney magic one more time.
Yeah, I feel like they've been playing it safe for the past 6 years, just like coasting, right? Because it was turbulent. I get it. You just needed to like ride the waves a little bit and make sure everything's safe. But now we just need a new captain.
We need a new captain. Steer that ship,
Yeah.
Garrett.
Shake it up.
I'm at it. I'm steering it. No icebergs in the Caribbean and all that. I just hope that from the entertainment side, we get. I know we have a lot of sequels coming, but like we get more originals, and I want to go back to hand drawn animation. Like I know they teased it, but like the '90s were the renaissance of Disney animation. I'm still holding out for my live action Treasure Planet and Atlantis: The Lost Empire, but everything else.
Would you want a new storyline, or would you want it to be like exactly like the film?
I never want it to be exact. I want use the technology that we have, use practical effects. Christopher Nolan can direct these. He's pretty
Okay.
He's not a busy guy, but I just want it to be more. I want the story, but I want more action or things that work better in a live action scenario. Musical numbers don't really work live action always as when it comes to an action film, but honestly, I don't care. I just want to see it get the live action treatment. We did it. We're doing it for Moana, and that came out, less than, was it 2016, 2017, 2018? Yeah. But it's like, it's too soon for that to get a live action. Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, that makes sense, but it
just needs to be over, like the live actions, the remakes of it. Like Moana will be cool in a way, but let's just stop.
Hey, The Rock
just
gets
leave it.
what The Rock. He is a, world champion in
Snow
WWE.
White? I mean, ugh.
Yeah, Snow White. I forgot about that one. I never actually saw that.
That was horrible. They should have just stopped it right there. They're like, no, it's already in productions. All the other ones. They're like
Pull a
talking
plug.
about Tangled. I'm like, oh no.
Gal Gadot, she can do everything.
Oh God. She's gonna turn around and Tangled and be like, remember me? In her horrible music. Can you imagine?
I could. With a new captain, I certainly could. Do the right thing out there. And for those wondering, yes, Tyler Crouch not able to be with us this week, as we were mentioning at the top of the program. Out there, glad-handing, trying to campaign to become the next CEO of the Walt Disney Company, as we are discussing here. A vote could take place here this coming week, and Bob Iger could be out of there soon. So you see the lineup of the potentials: Dana Walden over Bob's right shoulder, Josh Tomorrow over his left, and of course our own Tyler Crouch over there on the side, weaseling his way in to be seen by old Bobby. So
the unexpected, just like Sansa Stark. She was just over there vibing, and then she was the Queen of the North.
You never know what could happen at the Walt
You
Disney
never know.
Company,
This
especially
is
with
pretty
Time
into Game
Crunch.
of Thrones, honestly. I wouldn't be like there are dragons. There have been fire. The dragons have caught on fire on
Yeah.
both coasts.
We've seen that hellscape, right? We know these things. We know these things can happen.
Woof.
That is the Walt Disney Company. If we don't pick the right leader, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That's what happens. A dragon goes up in flames, and we never end up getting Fantasmic back to the same. No. It's even, we just reported on it, right? Fantasmic's going down here in February for refurbishment. Never getting that dragon back. Never. That dragon is still out of commission.
Back.
Me too. That dragon was one of the coolest features. You spend millions of dollars on bringing something like that in, and then it's just too expensive to repair when it sets the entire island ablaze. That's a shame. Fix that, baby.
Minor details. It's had some WD-40 and duct tape. It'll be good as new.
Doesn't take much, does it?
No. This is why I got my undergrad in engineering and only failed Calc 2 once.
That's it.
Okay.
Switch majors.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not too
we'll send
shabby.
you. We'll send you to fix the dragon. Perfect.
Please
Well,
don't.
yeah, I think you'll be a great fit under Tyler Crouch's CEO-ship. He will send you in. You'll be great. You'll be able to fix it. Well, thank you for the news. We will be with you here in just a moment. You stick around. We have some Disney trivia on the way right after this.
Looking for some digital magic to help you through your week? The Kingdom Report is here for you, covering the latest Disneyland and Disney World news, experiences, and events. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Kingdom Report Live so you never miss an update. And drop a subscribe on the Kingdom Report YouTube channel for new videos every week. Don't miss out. Join this growing community of theme park fans as we aim to connect you to more of what makes you happy. For more information, visit KingdomReportLive.com. And now, back to the magic.
Oh, I can feel it. Can you feel it? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Disney Trivia Minute. I am in love with the fact that we can bring our team together to potentially lose when it comes to answering the greatest of questions from Disney history and Disney lore. I am, of course, Wade Heath, and perhaps you know me as the host of this fine show, the Disney Trivia Minute. Joining me this week to test their skills when it comes to all things trivia, the great one, Katrina Manzone, and the stellar one, Garrett Hassel, who has been known to win a time or two when it comes to this very topic.
I'm pretty sure in 2025 I only got one or two right the grand scheme of the year. So probably that even combined with 2024 as well. But I bring great energy. It's all about the energy, folks.
You do bring great energy, no doubt about it, and I am thrilled that both of you could join me here today to be tested the right way. It's been a while, and you need to get those thinking caps on here as we kick off a new edition of the Disney Trivia Minute. This time around, we are talking about Walt Disney World and Cinderella's Castle. You might recall, way back when, Cinderella Castle was decorated like a giant cake, like a birthday cake, to celebrate a particular anniversary. But the question today is about, when did that castle return to its traditional look? When it was brought back from the cake mode, when was that? In what year? Was it A, 1996, B, 1997, or C, 1998? Garrett, what are we going with?
So, a little history for you folks. So the cake decoration, I never got to see that because, well, I was a baby. But it happened for the 25th anniversary. And if you know when Walt Disney World opened, Katrina, I'm going to give you a little hint here. 1971, October 1st, 1971, baby. So 25 years later after that, that would be 96. But what year did it return? I don't think Disney would just pop it open. I want to say, gosh, 98. I'm probably going to be wrong. But 98, let's go with 98.
98 it is. We're locking it in here. And Katrina,
Things are going on.
no doubt. And Katrina, that cake castle, it bounced back eventually, but when did it bounce back to its original form, Cinderella Castle, looking gray and blue and gold, which, by the way, for those that don't know, that is happening again right now. It's leaving the 50th anniversary. I believe Tyler Crouch called it a gaudy look, a gaudy type of pink. So it's leaving the 50th anniversary colors and returning back to the golds, the creams, and the blues. So knowing that and taking a look back at the last time they went through a major transformation, Katrina, when did Cinderella Castle return to its traditional look? Was it 1996, B 1997, or C 1998?
Well, first off, I would like to say that pink is like copycat pink. Like we have a pink castle that's blue.
Yeah.
We have it. We're the first ones. Do not copy us. You stick with your grays and your blues and your creams.
You're depressing.
That is it. That is the only castle that deserves that beautiful colors. Because if you did that with our castle, it would just make it like smaller and like kind of see-through. But then because that castle's so big, making it like pink and blue, I'm like, ugh. Making it like the blues and the creams and the silvers and stuff was just so epic as you're walking into with the clouds. Because you guys have beautiful clouds in Florida. They're like little poofy popcorns. They're just so beautiful.
Little poofy popcorns.
Like little poofy popcorns. They're just so pretty. And then when you have that in the backdrop, it's just like you're in a storybook. Like you are in that little storybook of Cinderella.
With you, Disneyland has the right to be pink, and so does Disneyland Paris because it's another country.
Yes, yeah.
They're friends.
Because of the greenery, because they have that beautiful hedge and stuff. Like you have to pop out somehow because it's tiny.
Yeah, but Disneyland is like it's a 55. No, is it 71, 75 feet? Disney World's like 198, 199. Like they've got the air up there. They got the height.
Yeah.
Like they don't need to contour it like Disneyland does. So I'm with you.
So I'm excited that it's going back. Haters be hating, but it is facts.
Katrina
anyway,
is thrilled.
I digress.
Yeah.
I digress.
She digresses again.
I see like Wade's eyes like piercing in the video, being like, "Get to the point."
I would never.
Any other trivia question?
I'm gonna say C because I feel like Disney World be Disney World, and they do not change things for a while. So I feel like they're going to take some time. If it was in 1996, they're not going to quickly change it back in a year. I feel like it's going to take a couple years because that's how long they celebrate all of their landmarks. It's like 2 years for their 50th anniversary, and no one's buying anything. So I'm going to say C with Garrett, and we're going to both be wrong, maybe. I don't know. We're both be right. Who knows?
Where's Tony to get the answer right because he was there when it was built or something.
Oh,
you know,
rest in peace, Tony.
That's who.
That's right. Retired and moved to the desert. That guy.
How dare he?
Long live Tony. Well, the answer to this question, in what year did Cinderella Castle, decorated like a birthday cake, return to its traditional look, does happen to be on this page. Does happen to be presented in front of you here. The correct answer is in front of you both. And
yes,
I'm disappointed to say that both of you are correct.
Yes, we did it.
You did it. Congratulations, you two. 1998. 1998 is when the castle was reverted back to its traditional look. Oh my gosh.
We did
Start the
it.
year off up here.
The only time we're going to get it right for the rest of the year.
It's all down here.
It's all down here from here, friend. Let's
I think
go.
how 2022 or 23 started. I was at Epcot. I answered one about like Descendants, and then every other one I lost. So like this is pretty on point for me. So I'm feeling good and gonna be sad.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you.
Well, you did both hit it right out of the park here to kick things off with a new trivia year. I am proud of you both. And our next question deals with a Disney Channel original movie. This month in 2006, the original movie High School Musical aired on Disney Channel to what kind of viewership? Was it A, 7.7 million, B, 8.8 million, or C, 10.3 million people tuning in for the High School Musical premiere on Disney Channel back in 2006? Katrina, we'll start with you.
Okay, we're all in this together.
Are we?
Okay.
Get your head in the game!
It's your head in the game.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That's a strange one. Because there's a 7.7, an 8.8, and then a random 10.3. It's not like
Random.
You know, it's random. But would it be C again? Maybe not. I want Garrett to answer first.
No. I, the first time I give the fun history fact. This is all you.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I feel like 10.3 does stand out, but I'm gonna say 8.8.
8.8, she's locking it in. She's going with B. Garrett, in 2006, High School Musical aired on Disney Channel to what kind of viewership? 7.7 million, 8.8 million, or 10.3 million viewers?
So, 2006, in the recession, people need something.
Not quite yet.
No,
Yeah.
Not yet.
That was 08.
I was just graduating into a recession in 2006.
Okay. Wait, are we in the recession? Yes.
What's that?
2006 was the recession. I can't remember honestly.
No, 08 was the true collapse of everything, right?
Oh, that was freshman year for me, man. Well, 2006 things are looking good. Things are hot. I didn't personally have cable. I had to go to my mammy's house because she had cable. It was channel
Yeah, Mammy.
in Stockton, California. 209, which I want to go with 7.7 just because I didn't have cable, so other people didn't have cable too. And
It's true. Streaming wasn't wide on that point.
off my bangs like Zac Efron did, and he did not natural singing in that movie. Yeah, he did not sing in that first one. Wade and I have had many discussions on this. But 7.7, we'll go with that one just because I got one right.
Did you have Zac Efron hair?
I never actually. I had some, but like not to
I
that.
can't see you
level.
going like this with the hair.
No, I never had that. I've always had to like go off to the side here, but never down. I got a nice full show off.
You never flat ironed?
Yeah.
No, I did not flat iron.
Oh, that's too bad. That was a very 07, 08 thing to do.
Yeah.
It was a lot of shopping at Hot Topic wearing skinny jeans. I could not pull that look off.
It's like
My
the
thought-
gothic Tobey Maguire.
All the Demole guys with their flat ironed hair. Yeah. Was that the thing to do? I thought it was.
It was the thing. Yeah, that was the thing. All right, man. Such good times.
Such good times. Great times. Such an old man now. All right. Well, 7.7 million is what Garrett is going with. And Katrina, you went with 8.8, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got an A and a B. Nobody's going with C. So I will tell you that one of you is correct. It is not 10.3 million, so we can kick that right out of here. It is either A or B. And Katrina, you are wrong. I'm sorry.
The show. Oh my gosh.
That's it. Show's over.
It is, in fact, 7.7 million, which means Garrett Hassel is 2 for 2.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. With my screaming, my dog heard me and he got excited and he came to check when I was okay. Yes, I'm okay.
Your dog is psyched for you. Is that what I hear? Oh,
Baby.
look at that.
This is. Thank you, Dad.
He was feeding you answers.
He was.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to have any help, and it looks like you received some help there.
He doesn't have thumbs and he can barely speak English, so it's okay.
I don't know how I feel
Likely
about
story.
that.
Maybe we're gonna have to take away one of my answers. We'll take it.
So
under
says Doug.
judgment.
Makes you wonder exactly how he pulled this off, and maybe it was with help. But congratulations, 2 for 2, Garrett and Katrina. At least you were on the board.
At least I tried.
Yeah, you did what you could. All right, everybody, you stick around. The Disney list starts right after this. Walt Disney, he is seen as sort of this mythical creature nowadays, this magical man that could do no wrong, and yet he spent most of his life steeped in failure. From heartache to betrayal to death and even a breakdown of his own. It's often said that artists are tortured souls, and I think it's safe to say that Walt Disney was a tortured soul by his own standards most of his life. Walt Disney had to do some of the hardest things any person can do, and that is convince others of unimaginable dreams he had solely in his head. And oftentimes he had to stand alone in his own visions to make them happen. He was surrounded by family, he was surrounded by fawning fans in the public wherever he went, and yet so often he had to stand alone in his decisions and his choices. Only he understood what it was he was trying to do. He's more like you and me than I think a lot of us assume. Stand Alone, The Walt Disney Way. 10 Lessons for Harnessing Your Own Magic. A new book by me, Wade Heath. Available at Amazon or wherever books are sold. Be inspired by Walt Disney all over again. Time for the Disney List, where we take a look at some of the best and maybe some of the not-so-great things about the Walt Disney Company when it comes to Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resort this time around. I'm Wade Heath, joined by my friends Garrett Hassel, Katrina Manzone, to talk about the favorite Disney World and Disneyland attractions that we would, keep intact, but more importantly, what we would remove if we had the power. So we are going to be focused on both coasts today. Katrina focusing on removing a couple of Disneyland attractions that she doesn't feel like, would be missed all that much in her eyes. And Garrett with some Disney World attractions that he doesn't feel would be all that missed in his own eyes. Now, Garrett certainly has 4 theme parks to take a look at, whereas Katrina just has Disneyland and California Adventure. But I am looking forward to hearing from both of them when it comes to these top 3 from Disneyland and Walt Disney World. We will start out east with Garrett. When it comes to Disney World, what are you ditching?
Well, I was going to have Triceratops spin, but don't have to really worry about that now. Too soon. So 2 of mine are actually in Magic Kingdom. I was going through the attractions and what are hits, what are bangers, which are, duds. And the first one is Tomorrowland Speedway. That rusty, loud, annoying thing is just the eyesore of a very confused looking land. You've got Tron there, beautiful, immaculate. It's all light up. You got the People Mover, which is a classic OG, but the Tomorrowland Speedway, it just doesn't have, I don't think it's as fun as Autopia is at Disneyland. It's you're racing, but it's a huge plot of land that is, I don't think, really used. You're using these loud cars, gasoline, all that stuff. It's fun, but and on a summer day, it's miserable, unbearable. It doesn't have any extra effects. It's pretty much the same thing it was when it came out in the 70s. It really hasn't changed that much. They got some cool flags. It'd be cool if Disney had the ability, do an F1 collaboration, or you could literally put probably 3 or 4 attractions in the span of where this entire area is. Just because it's so much land, you can add some height, you could add some depth, you could add a ton of bathrooms if that's really what you can do. But it's got so much real estate, and it's not a huge crowd puller. It doesn't really pull crowds to it. Like Pirates at Disneyland will pull crowds and can get them in and out constantly. This one, you have to worry about the kid hitting you in the back and then have to swap insurances. So I'm getting rid of Tomorrowland Speedway. I am also getting rid of It's a Small World. I know that is going to be controversial, but compared to Disneyland,
I'm okay with it.
Thank you, Katrina. Compared to Disneyland work of art which was built for the World's Fair, and you can actually hear all the different cultures and everything. It's inside. It looks beat up. You can have people at Pinocchio Village House staring at you from the windows. I just don't think It's a Small World at Disney World is really all that amazing. It's
Make it something else.
It looks like, I don't know, just the queue's weird. If you see the Disneyland one, then you see that one, you're just like, why? So I say get rid of that. Put in a Tangled ride or some other dark ride. You can do so much with the amazing stories that they have in there. You could do a ride on the movie Wish, and that movie was not even all that amazing, and it would be better than It's a Small World. I think the only cool part about this ride or attraction is that, sorry, we got to use the proper verbiage here, but it was used in Kingdom Keepers, which is a book series that my wife Ariel read, and they had a whole scene where all the dolls came to life or whatever with the sun. That's pretty cool. Other than that, gut it, replace it, put something else in there. I don't care. Add a Gaston attraction. I'm all for that. That sounds fantastic. And then for the third one, we are going to Epcot. I really can't take anything out of Hollywood Studios because it's already a half-day park. I don't want to make it a quarter-day park. DAC is pretty spectacular, I think, in the grand scheme. They don't really have huge things, but in Epcot, you only have a few attractions, but I'm cutting one that I think is just poor compared to its now siblings around the world, which is Frozen Ever After. I never got to experience Maelstrom, and I'm really sad about that. I saw the videos on YouTube of where the boat would like back out over like the falls that guests could see from outside in the Norway Pavilion. It looks so cool with the troll, and essentially they just retrofitted it like they're going to do with Dinosaur, but they did it with Frozen, which is a story we know, but it's just a recounting of the story. And you see what they've done at Tokyo Disney, where they have icicles that shoot up at you and amazing audio animatronics. I know they're getting the faces replaced, but Frozen Ever After it has like it's not Norway anymore. I went to Norway for my honeymoon. It's a magical, enchanting land. It's probably the most beautiful place I've ever been to, and I think Norway deserves to have something about Norway. Frozen is part of the story, but they have like the meat booth, and they have the little shop, and they have the other item, they have another shop. It's just all Frozen, and then they don't even have Akershus. It's a princess dining thing. You need to get back some of the original Norway in there. Keep all the Helly Hansen clothing, because those are the best jackets you can get. But get rid of Frozen Ever After. Put back in Maelstrom, or do a Maelstrom 2.0, some kind of thing like that. But bye, Frozen. Love you. But I just gotta let it go.
Ditching Frozen. I didn't anticipate that, especially being one of the newer, more cutting edge types of attractions. That's incredible. So it's because you went to Norway that you feel so passionately about this? Is that what I heard?
Well, I'm passionate about Norway just because it's a beautiful country, and the Norwegian people, they deserve to have something that represents them in their own way. Like, I think Ratatouille accentuates France and shows the romance and the beauty that is France, but Frozen doesn't even talk about Norway. It talks about Arendelle. It doesn't talk anything about it. Like, it shows little cultural things, but I don't think it's as culturally significant as, say, like Mulan would be to China, or Ratatouille would be to France, Aladdin and Jasmine would be to the Middle East. So the Frozen, it's cool, it's great, but it's a fantastic movie. But I almost think if it was Frozen 2, I'd be more for it than it just being a recapping of Frozen 1. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like, listen, we drop hard facts on this show, and I'm sorry if it's. I'm not a people pleaser. My job is to educate and drop knowledge bombs.
Everything you're saying is facts.
It's the truth. And
I did with trivia 2 questions, so I am the smartest person on the show right now.
Yeah, we never visited Norway on the ride, which is a bummer.
You would think that there would be more to a Frozen attraction that surrounds Norway, right? Especially in a place like Epcot. It's all educational and knowing what it replaces.
You're stuck in a castle the whole time, an ice castle.
Doesn't seem fair. No. Show me Norway.
Yes.
Let the polar bears eat me. That's the way this should go.
They have puffins too. Puffins are pretty cool.
And puffins. Let the puffins run free. That's right.
They're like Scandinavian parrots.
Never heard him described quite like that, but well, thank you. So 3 attractions you would kill at Disney World. And Katrina, we're moving out west. What would you like to see removed at the Disneyland Resort?
Well, let me tell you. Okay, first one.
Preach, girl. Say it, sister.
Listen, is going to be Astro Orbiter. Get out of here. No one wants you.
Oh.
Astro Orbiter, not a good ride. It clogs the walkway. It is eyesore when you walk into like the little rotunda area. It just go away. Like
go
either
away.
Build it on top of something like Disney World so I don't have to see it because I'm too short, so I have to look up.
I don't like that one either, but I think it's better than
no one likes it, but it's up there. You're not clogging anything because it's high up.
Rocket Rods isn't running. Hasn't ran since 2008 or whatever.
It's like, ick. Like, go somewhere else. I don't want Astro Orbiter. It's not a good ride. So that would be great if they could open it up, do something else. People Mover. Ever heard of it?
Anyone?
Be great if they could make that again. My next one, we are remaining in Tomorrowland of yesteryear land because it is the dead land. It is sad. So what I'm saying is get rid of Autopia, even though Gary just said like it's a great one.
Oh, I was not expecting that. I thought you were going to talk about like the circle thing, the like Star Wars Outpost or whatever.
I mean, I will get rid of that, but it's not really like a ride. I mean, I guess it's an attraction. Like I would get rid of it if they could. But maybe if they got rid of Autopia, they would get rid of it.
No cars anywhere. We're getting rid of all the cars.
No cars. It's just, it is really pretty. I do like the scenery. It is very pretty. Like it's prettier than the one in Florida. It just takes up so much land that could be used for something else, and do not give me Tron. I do not want it. Keep that over in Florida. Make it, make people go to both coasts to visit stuff. I don't want the same thing that's in Florida in Disneyland. Like I want something new.
We want a dinosaur with the big head, little arms.
Yeah, give me something else. And then while they're at it, get rid of that other little area that Garrett was talking about. Because that's just a waste of space too. Because like, what is it? A DVC lounge now?
It's Star Wars on the bottom, deep on the top.
Yeah, and then the what is it? A firework viewing. We'll just call it firework viewing.
Sure.
Which is pretty much like a sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we get to
I've never heard great things. Never heard great things.
Neither have I.
It's just they need to trim stuff, get rid of things, and you really have to like go like this to like view stuff, and then you get really bad food. And then my last one is getting rid of Smuggler's Run.
Oh!
They just changed it. I know. It was just built like,
oh man,
8 years ago. How old is Smuggler's Run now? And I still hate it.
Not even 8 years. Not even 8 years.
Oh my gosh. So 7 years. 7 years of bad ride. Okay. And I still remember when this first came out and everybody was like, this is the best ride I've ever been on. And I was like, yawn. No, it's not. And everybody was like, I will die on this mountain and say that this is the best ride. And I'm like, well, I'm going to die on this mountain and say it's the worst ride. And then we're like at the standoff. And then finally they came to their senses and they thought about it for a second. And maybe a year later, they're like, oh, I've ridden this ride so many times now. And it's really boring because we can never get more than 2 coaxium.
I've never even gotten.
And I'm like, oh, you figured that out? That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. I think the best part about Smuggler's Run is just the Millennium Falcon chilling out front in the valet parking. That's the coolest part about it. And then some of the audio, but no, I'm with you. I'm with you, sister.
Switch it up. Like you can keep the Millennium Falcon out there. You don't need it for Smuggler's Run. You can get rid of it and change it up to something else.
I'd rather it be like a motion simulator, like Star Tours almost, with like Mandalorian or Ryan Gosling and Starfighter. Give us Ryan
Sure.
Gosling.
I mean, I just really wanted something to be kind of like, oh my gosh, my brain just died. In Pandora. Oh my gosh, what is it called, Garrett?
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage. I would rather have something like Flight of Passage where you can put a lot of people in there, but separate them so I don't have to sit next to a rando person that probably smells, that has dirty Crocs, just like Star Tours, because I have like still the worst memories of my life being stuck in Star Tours with someone next to me with stinky Crocs.
Nasty.
And I was going to vomit every 2 minutes, like every 2 seconds. Tyler was like, do you need my bag? Like, because he had a little gift bag because he bought something and he forgot to hand it to me. So anyway, I want something like Flight of Passage. Like, give me something that can load a lot of people in there and actually like go do something, like go through Endor. Through on the little.
I want to be on Hoth on the back of a Tauntaun.
Automatic upgrade right there. That's for
That'd
sure.
be so cool. And then you can change the videos. Like, how easy is that? You can change the videos as many times as you want and then still get that impact. Because right now, all I get is anger, frustration, boredom.
That is the path to the dark side of the Force.
I know.
You must be careful. Richard saying, it is amazing that the queue is better than the ride on Smuggler's Run. It's true.
Yep, that's very true.
And he also mentioned a little bit earlier, Garrett, when you were going over what you would remove, it looks like he would like to see Aladdin's magic carpets.
That's a good one.
No, like,
Hi, Aladdin.
like essentially any ride that just goes around in circles, you know, like I think Dumbo is iconic, but Astro Orbiter, you know, Triceratops Spin, you know, Aladdin's carpet, you know, like any of those, you can easily get rid of them and it won't pull away from any of the experience of the parks. You could easily do a drop tower. No, Dumbo I think Dumbo to me is iconic. Like I think it's perfect for little kids. Dumbo, but like with Aladdin,
listen, it's cute if it didn't squeak.
No.
Yeah.
Because you get to, like, you know, it rocks back and forth. You have someone in the sit in the front, someone sit in the back. One goes up, one does the little back and forth thing, and it's cute. But when it goes like as you're doing stuff, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, instead of Aladdin's magic carpet, let's just get an Aladdin musical again.
That'd be fun.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Let's bring in a musical. Your buddy Tom saying I get rid of Pandora. The Avatar movies make money, but they do nothing for me.
Tom, you better check yourself.
He's fighting today.
He's a feisty one. Yeah, no, he's just doing it because he's trying to get under my skin.
You stay right there, little nasty.
No, he's not one of the Navi. He's not one of the people. No, I love.
He's never eaten there, apparently, because
not.
As he probably would fight for it.
Flight of Passage went on a date there with Ariel, and it was a 2-hour queue ride, and it was just 2-hour queue line, and she did like a vice grip on my hand on the ride when the wave crashed on you. But it's like that to me is like that is an e-ticket attraction. It's like that one is, you know, one of the best attractions ever made, especially how it like breathes and everything. It's phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, it's so empowering because you're just like, I'm riding, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just something about it that's just like so pretty, and the music and the wind and everything. But that's something where she like actually reached out to you for how far you are away from her to try to hold your hand because she was there. She just wanted to like hold hands. That's it.
And it's because of Pandora now you are both married. No doubt about it. Yeah. It's because of that moment right there that led to your marriage, you and Ariel. So Tom, get a clue.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Come on, Tom.
Yeah, Disney makes relationships. Tyler to Katrina, they're on a little outing. Turned into
Disneyland
what?
Date?
They're married now. Ariel and I went there. Married now.
We watched Fantasmic together, and it was fantastic.
Get your head in the game.
2 for 2, right there. Got married. Like, you know, Disney makes dreams come true.
It's true.
That's right.
When they're not watching DinoLand.
And I would imagine that if you go into a place like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you probably get a divorce. I don't know. So you got to be careful.
Probably. If you guys went to, like, someone tell me if you guys went on Smuggler's Run for the very first time together and you guys
divorced
lasted,
afterwards.
and you guys survived and you guys got married and whatever, you tell me, you let me know, because maybe it'll change my mind. But right now,
Is that a challenge on Bachelor in Paradise or something like that to see if they're compatible?
Yeah, because like what happens if someone got pilot and then someone got engineer? Who is going to sacrifice themselves?
I'm sorry,
Divorce.
I'm sacrificing Ariel. I'm gonna fly that ship. Ariel, I love you, but my childhood was based on going to, jumping into light space. So I'm gonna fly that thing. And you can be the passenger princess, and you can shoot the guns, pew pew. But I'm driving that bad boy.
And then Tyler knows he has to give me pilot, or I'm just gonna be pouting all day, and then also just being like this the whole time. And then he likes to play his phone, so he would just literally, if he was engineer, just bust out his phone and not register. Because everybody says like press the button as soon as you get in, but that registers that you're gonna play. But if you don't press anything, then you don't have to play, and it'll be fine. Like 5 people are there. It's not going to hurt the score. So he'll just play on his phone. It's fine.
He's on there doing like a Safeway order for you guys to pick up on the way home.
He's like, what do you want to eat when we get home? Anything?
He's doing Yelp reviews.
No one can make a decision, right? Tom's saying went on Carousel of Progress once on a date. That didn't last long.
The date or the attraction?
Yeah. How many times did you stop? Ooh.
I like Carousel of Progress. They're updating it. They're enhancing it again, right? Yeah.
Always. The world is a carousel of progress. That's what I like to say.
And there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Yep, everything's always growing, that's for sure. Well, thank you both for sharing your take on the list of Disney attractions, both Walt Disney World and Disneyland, that need to be removed in your eyes, that nobody wants to see anymore. It looks like Tom saying we dated for like 3 months, so the relationship ended after Carousel of Progress is what we're seeing there. But attractions on both coasts that nobody wants to see anymore when it comes to the two of you. You don't want to see these things. Appreciate you both weighing in and sharing your thoughts. Everybody stand by. It is time for the Y'all Call. Kingdom Team All Call time. This is where we answer questions you have for us. Today with me, Garrett Hassel, Katrina Manzone. First question up is, in order to squeeze in time at the new Universal Park, we are reducing our Disney World park time and need to pick 3 parks, 1 each day, instead of the traditional 4. Which park should we pick? Katrina, why don't we shuffle this on over to you first?
Easy. Hollywood Studios. Don't have to go to it. You know why? Smuggler's Run sucks.
Wow. I should have known. Going straight for the jugular there. This girl.
Hollywood Studios. It's not my favorite. It's bland.
I had a feeling you were going to say Hollywood Studios. Yeah, it's not her favorite park, her or Tyler's, if I recall correctly. It's something that the two of you both really do not like.
Honestly, the last trip, we did 2 rides, and then that was it. And then I got this cute little sweater, and then when it was like 80 degrees outside, and I was like, maybe I'll use it one day. And then I got a Ronto wrap that was gluten-free because I wanted to try it, and it was good. That was it. Left. And then we went to Epcot because that's better.
Got to do what you got to do. That's for sure. And so I think more interesting than anything is the idea that we have somebody admitting that they are choosing to do the new Epic Universe Park, it looks like, over a 4th day at Disney World. That looks like that's cutting into Disney's market share.
Competition.
Ooh.
It creates creativity.
My goodness. That's kind of an interesting thing to see and to draw out of a question like that. Garrett, would you agree with Katrina? Skip Hollywood Studios?
I second the motion. Skip Studios. You killed Muppets, and I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I know I'm happy that Muppets are going on to Rock and Roller Coaster because that just sounds awesome. Because who doesn't want to see Kermit the Frog in the queue? But yeah, Studios, it's a half day park. You really can get through it all pretty dang fast. So I'd say bump that one. Go check out Dark Universe and
Yes.
and let me know how it is. And yeah, no, you can skip Studios. The other parks you could easily spend an entire day at, but Studios, nah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Not for ya.
right there.
Nah,
Nah.
Very good.
not for
And
my.
our final question here comes to us, looks like from Mitch. Mitch says, I love Disneyland and have gone for more than 12 years consistently. This year is the first time I am not sure if I want to go. I feel like the value for the experience just isn't there anymore. The prices have pushed me away. Is there any way I can still get my Disney fix without paying an arm and a leg? Katrina, what do you think? Any way to get a Disney fix without having to go into the theme parks all the time?
That's tough, because if it was Disney World, I would say, yeah, you just go to Disney Springs, hang out, vibe, you can go to like the resorts and stuff. You can always just, vibe that way. And then Disneyland, I'm like, ooh, downtown Disney's not that great right now. I mean, I would say you could still go to like Disneyland Hotel. You can park at Disneyland Hotel for 3 hours, so you don't have to pay anything, so you can save money. Maybe grab a little drink-a-poo over at Trader Sam's, and then you just vibe out to the music, and then relax in like kind of like the tropical atmosphere, and then you just get a parking validation, and then you can head on your merry way back home if you live close. Or you can, it's hard because it's like everything's so expensive at Disneyland. They kind of trap you. So
Yeah.
even just going to dinner at Disney Springs, downtown Disney, or going to grab some food over at Grand Californian, or going to do something over at the Disneyland Hotel, I would say Pixar Place is garbage. Don't waste your time there. It's garbage. But then like Disneyland Hotel still gives you that Disneyland-y vibe. You know what I mean? So you can still wander around, go to the different towers inside, because there's like, little things to look at on the first floor. And then you can just, find a nice cozy spot and just hang out, maybe read a book if you want to just vibe. But yeah, that's my best advice. I mean, I guess downtown Disney every now and then just to kind of like walk through, but without going and getting a ticket to go inside the parks, then yeah, those are your best options.
Garrett, what say you? Disneyland, it sounds like this person is burnt out on the idea of pricing. Yeah. Anything else cheaper out there you can think of that might be able to help?
Yeah, well, Mitch, sorry to hear that, you're not seeing the magic as much. I would usually say, like, just like not with that attitude, but no, I get it. Like, especially with the price, like that's the big thing. Whenever I feel like I need my a little more pixie dust in my life, I will go and watch the Imagineering Story on Disney Plus. I watch it every year at some point. I watch the entire series through, and I will cry in about 3 or 4 of those episodes. And they are that to me gives me my fix where you get to see old videos of the parks, you get to see the magic being made, you get to hear from the people that created it. So if you want to get that Disney fix, Disney Plus, you can go into the parks, you can watch all those things. I remember in my childhood, a day at Disneyland, that VHS tape and everything. I love that thing. I think I burned that thing out. But yeah, kind of like go on Disney Cruise. Go on Disney Cruise, you will feel refreshed, and it will give you the fix that you need. And I think it's obviously going to be cheaper than going to one of the parks at this point, because food's already included in the price tag. The rooms are pretty snazzy. I know it's expensive, still the same, but you're doing something different than what you traditionally do. So instead of spending the money at Disneyland, you're then using it on a Disney cruise, whether it's at San Diego or you're going to Texas or Florida or Singapore. I would say Disney Cruise is if you want to get new Disney Horizons, but if you're really trying to save money, Disney Plus is going to be your best way. Watch the bees on rides and all that stuff, or just watch YouTube channel, the Kingdom Report, and you'll feel the magic with us.
Feel connected to the magic this way.
You can watch my vlogs.
Yeah, that's right. Get connected into the cruise lines.
Yeah, let me do that shameless plug right there.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Dan Evans is saying Hollywood Studios is the easiest park to skip, so it looks like you are reinforced by the viewers.
Thanks, Dan.
A young man by the name of Attraction Paction saying, skip Hollywood Studios.
That's my babe.
I think he's flirting with you.
I think so too. Of course, that's Tyler
It's pretty
Crouch's.
cute.
That's Tyler Crouch's handle there, saying, "Hope y'all are having a great show. Wish I was there." Well, hopefully next week we will have Tyler in
Get on
here
that.
with us.
Stay on the campaign trail, buddy. We don't quit.
Yeah.
We miss you, man, and hopefully you will be named CEO next week. Cross your fingers, everyone, as we embark on the potential for a new Disney CEO by the end of next week. Maybe by this time next week, all of us will be talking about who is about to fill them Bob Iger shoes over there.
Size 10.5 wide.
Wide. Oh, those are some big shoes to fill, right? A lady's size 6? What? Yeah. Very interesting.
Is that JPEG size?
That JPEG size? Yeah, ladies size 6. I don't know how we pulled that one off. At any rate, I wish the two of you a wonderful week ahead, and no doubt we will be back here with everybody next week at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern for an all-new Kingdom Report Live. And remember, the legacy of Walt Disney, it lives on because of people like you and me. We'll see you next week.